Fine, this is Dickie Crawford and Hotline.
Equal rights and justice in the society.
Exactly, yes. I quite agree with you. And the funny thing about what you're saying too is that you notice some of the countries that you call where the problems are.
Yes.
That where the people's interests are not being looked after, like the United States of America.
Yes.
And some of the richer European countries, you know.
Yes.
That whole system is outdated. That whole system of where people come to rule over you. The election is important, yes, but after the election, as you rightly say, they're more concerned with just dictating to you and telling you what's good for you and not really working with people to build people up, you know.
Yes.
And then the whole handout thing is so wrong, you know. This is what has wrecked us, you know, and spoiled us, you know.
Yes.
It's the handout thing, and then from the handouts, obviously, is the corruption and what them call the cronyism, and if you're not in the right room at the right time to get some of the handouts, you don't get anything at all. We're preaching on this program that people have to take responsibility for themselves. People have to change the mindset. You have to come out. There's no denying that. We're there, and you have to make the difference for yourself. No country ever move forward in any other way. I agree with you in the sense that we need some new drive, honest drive, to deal with the gangs and to deal with crime.
That crime fighting you, sir.
Right. With specific responsibilities and accountability measures.
Yes. And do not watch criminal elements and their families. Don't watch them.
What do you mean by that?
Because of demonstrations of women and children and this and
it's
that.
all orchestrated, eh?
Yes.
To take the pressure off of the criminals.
Yes.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in Jamaica don't realize this, you know, and it has come up again in an editorial in one of the newspapers this morning too. But a lot of people don't realize that some people have to demonstrate, you know.
Yes, I understand that.
When a criminal is cut down or arrested, they have to demonstrate because they are told to demonstrate or else.
Yes, sir.
So we need to expose how some people who can't speak for themselves, the pressure that they live under in criminal control constituencies and communities in what we call the garrison community.
Yes, although they do not agree with what is going on.
They have much choice. They don't have much choice. Pretty well organized, you know, and it's a fight between them and the police, them and the law.
Yes.
On who will win.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, thank you so much for your call.
And then still want the inquiry to stop. Right?
Yeah.
I want the inquiry because I want to know what's going on. When Obama comes on board in the United States of America, he investigates on a lot of things. People don't like him right now. Some people like him, some don't. But he did publish and do some things of the past. So why can't we do the same thing?
Absolutely.
You know, I'm tired of it, Mr. Perkins.
Yeah.
I'm totally tired of it.
But as I understand it, you know,
the first thing is
Jamaica has been losing money from the very start.
Okay, Jamaica has been losing money, and the problem is you have air hostess, you have pilots, you have ground workers who work very hard.
Yes.
Who sometimes they can't even get paid.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get paid late. They are not the one that cause most of the problem. The top heavy management, people who was put in place and who overload the burden of the place, that is one of the biggest costs. The next one, not the biggest, one of the costs. The next one is we don't own any of the airline. It's leased airline. And to run an airline is not an easy task.
I heard Ronnie Thwaites saying on his program this morning that a high proportion, I can't remember if he gave a figure, I can't remember the proportion of the routes that they were flying in the Caribbean.
It wasn't making any money.
Absolutely. They were losing money on those routes.
And nobody planned to sit down and change these routes because look at this, Mr. Perkins. We have countries in the Caribbean. Here Jamaica don't go in the Caribbean, right? Why we didn't get us at least 3 or 2 small planes to say let's fly in the Caribbean, because we had a lot of people going in the Caribbean.
That Jamaican people had better buy as much Jamaican products.
Be Jamaican, buy Jamaica. I said about 2 days back I was listening to the news where they were saying that we must cut down on the salt. And I am saying that Rasta been telling them that long time and they ignore it. And now they trying to cut down the nation now with the use of salt. Say that it give us high blood pressure and diabetes, you know.
Começa no começa no
You see it, cause enough of them we sell you out cheap. No power for money, can't believe them do it. Them have to get drunk on my feet.
What? With food palataro!
Buy your tickets now at Supreme Ventures Outlets Island Lodge.
Say you want me friend, I want stop me from yammer. Know the reason why me have to move shy. Just show me don't know always retire. Nuff them monks, I want a river run dry. Nuff say them are your friend, them is a big spy. Watch your friend where you keep. You see it? Enough of them we sell you out cheap. Love for what for money, can't believe them do it. Them have to get trampled on me feet. You see it? Watch your friend where you keep. You see it? Enough of them we sell you out cheap. Love for what for money, can't believe them do it. Them have to get trampled on me feet. You see it? You hear them look and you about them article. No listen to them, me say them artificial. You hear them look and you a tell you respect you. Enough of them out there do why you go through.
Me now play with them. You see the boy named Radam? Where me say get water down. So, when them get water down, like a flowers in me backyard water down. Hear me say, well, say, boy, we won't carry not drive too far. If we wanna carry you for reach somewhere far, be a dang on it, we make a dollar bar. Chill up on the road, take it. Good night. Listen, man. Every morning me wake up, kneel on my bedside, pray. Chant a couple psalms, chase the devil away. Chat with them, me conquering enemies. Don't make me stray. What was sitting in the dark, revealing light that day. No swap them soul, me alone for bread. No friend I kill friend with the copper and the lead. The man them with the gun, the man the cop, them are the same. When you see the crime, never give up.
Say Portland, guess what? If you go to England and you slap an English girl, when you don't slap the English girl, you know what I'm saying? You want a cup of tea, please? You want a cup of tea, P? Oh. And if you go to Cuba and you slap on the Spanish girl, them, when it nice, them, you know what I'm saying? Yo te quiero mi amor, mi corazón para ti.
Yo, Portland, that's up. Everything I got right, all I want me and I say this and I love up the island. I never did know, but you love me so. How much you love me for me and then Jamaica. Whoa! Oh, that's a shotgun.
Guilt feels courage, trying to carry this alone. But I have decided to keep on upholding. I'm so glad, yes, I'm so glad. I win somebody's soul with a picture for ya.
Nothing doesn't wrong with church. You know what is the problem? It's the people that go there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because church is a thing, as I know, it's supposed to be a kingdom where people come together and associate love and unity. But these churches now, it's all people come there for different reasons. So nothing goes wrong with church, it's the people.
The churches, the churches is Pope system, John Pope, you know, from Rome, you know. So the church is not real and the church is promoted, you know. But Rasta now is for equal rights and justice for all people, you know. Every nation, the white man, the black man, the Chinese man, every people, you know. You see me? But the church now is like segregation, you know. Them segregate the people. So when someone says them is Christian, them feel like the people that don't go to church is not great like them or is not, you know, powerful like them.
It is good that in a sense we are so religious in Jamaica and we're you know, always calling on God to help us. But what I'm finding is that in a sense we are backing away, we're right, from helping ourselves and expect God to do the whole thing for us. And therefore the difficulty in that is that we tend to become satisfied with even things that God disapproves of. Exactly. And that is the whole system of government, the whole system of economics, the whole social system in this country, where some people living in primitive conditions. True. In the corporate area. Look at Montego Bay, my brother. Look at Spanish Town. Goodness gracious. Part of the reason for the crime is how people live. Exactly. And we want people to live literally like animals. But we want them to behave like the best civilized human beings in the world. Yes. How does that work? But you're right, the people, us, all of us have to wake up now. It's time to stop bow down and worship politicians. It's time to stop bow down and worship some higher people. It is time to start to worship yourself.
Look what happened now. The Christian praise Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is a Nazarene man, don't? Jesus Christ is a man with a long hair, you know, and precept and everything, you know. But none of these guys that go to church and praise Jesus, they don't have no precept and they don't have no long hair or no locks. So that means how you should praise a man and you don't look like him. Yeah. Ethiopian Orthodox Church in the thing too, but the real Rasta them not really go church. See me? Real Rasta, Naya Bingi or Bobo Hill, you know? Yeah, man. Kingston, you see me? They not really go in the church thing. You see me? Now people say it's a church you call order still, but you know, it's a Rasta order when we see it, you know? Because church have too much ism and schism, you see me I say?
Take a fire, Jesus, having somebody so good. Take a fire, burn them with the Holy Ghost. Jesus, set the fire of the corruption. Like a volcano in an eruption. Holy Ghost, give out instruction. In the church, we now no destruction.
Too much stress and too much pain. Too much bad mind, too much grudge, too much hate, you know? Too much spite, is it? So them things that not really nice. You see what I say?
No man, we born church, man.
Different from Christian thing. Because Rastafari now is a natural thing. And your hair upon your head, you grow your locks and keep real and you use no scissors, no comb, no them things that means you're not bow to colonial system. When you use scissors and comb, it's like you bow to Babylon system because it's Babylon creates scissors and comb. You understand? Black people from Ethiopia, from those ancient times, them know about growing them here. You know? We don't even call it here, we call it wool. You see me I say? Yeah, so that's the fullness that